मिलते हैं। नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day, we bring exciting and high potential franchise business from across the industries. Over the last 27 years, Franchise India has proudly helped the thousands of investors finding the right franchise business opportunity and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. Franchise India, as world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to ensure that your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct opportunity to connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, understand the business opportunity in detail, and openly ask any sort of question which you may have related to franchise, investment, the growth, before you take the actual decision. In today's webinar, we will talk about a business opportunity with a salon brand called Infiniti Salon. Infiniti Salon is a professionally managed luxury unisex salon chain founded by Mr. Ashish Agarwal, who has joined on this panel today. This brand was built to deliver ethical, consistent, and experience-led beauty services. The brand addresses the key gap in the salon industry, eliminating price ambiguity, aggressive selling, and service consistency. The concept is driven by a system-led model ensuring standardized services, transparent pricing, and a uniform customer experience across all the outlets. With multiple company-owned salon, Infiniti has developed a scalable and replicable business model supported by the SOPs, in-house training, etc. And this brand is positioned as a premium, but yes, yet it is accessible. The brand focuses on repeat customers, membership, and long-term relationship. Infinity is expanding through a FOFO franchise model, excuse me, offering a structured and a scalable opportunity across tier 2 and emerging markets in India. I'm sorry. To talk more about this, Digish, in case if you can introduce everyone, please.
Sure. So I'll be working as a financial consultant. Like I'll be explaining each and every questions or queries related to the finance. And we have Azam, who is our strategy consultant, where he's gonna be explaining all the strategy, the overall deck. Hand over to you, Azam.
Yeah, thank you so much, Diggesh. So I'm just sharing my screen. Give me a second and let me know once it is visible to you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, let's get started with why I would like to invite Ashish sir for. First, let's get started with a little bit of his introduction
Sure.
and the kind of journey, his journey so far. So, Ashish sir, let's get started with your introduction and a little bit of your background, how you started, how many stores you have, little bit idea about this overall, to share the holistic picture of your brand and the business. And after that, Azam is going to take us through the presentation.
Sure. Hello everyone. Hello. Good afternoon. I'm Ashish Agarwal from Raipur, Chhattisgarh, the owner of Infiniti Salon Unisex Studio. So to tell you about myself first, I did my MBA 19 years back, and since then I have over 18, 19 years of experience in the industry, wherein it is IT, manufacturing, trading, and wellness. So from past 8 years, I'm into this business of salon and services. So to tell you, currently we have three outlets in all in Raipur itself. And 8 years back, we started our first salon in Raipur with a motto. I found a gap in the salon industry. I used to visit salons and beauty parlors. So I found a gap and I got an opportunity to start this salon business. So, with a motto to provide a standardized, ethical services with best pricing, good experience to our clients, we started our first branch. And since then, after 4 years in 2022, we started our second branch. And in 2025, that is last year, we started our third branch. And also, we have an academy. So if you see salon industry, it's mostly 80% of the industry is unorganized, unbranded, and there's a huge opportunity I see, and hence we have plan to start our franchisee distribution. And I can't work everywhere, but yes, our expertise, our knowledge, our SOPs, our procedure-driven services, I can replicate through investors like you in the market, wherein we'll provide the best in class services at best prices. And that's the motto of Infiniti Salon, to give a standard services, best brands available in the market with the best staff in house, well trained. We have an academy of our own wherein we train our staff, we train students who want to go into this industry, so we are not dependent on the market to get new staff or and also we conduct regular brand trainings in salons to upgrade our stylist so that they are up to date in the market and they know all the new services which are available in the market. And hence we want to go into franchisee business and replicate the same standards that we have in Raipur into different cities of India. Yes.
Right. Thanks so much, sir. Now, Azam, let's get started with the presentation.
Sure, just let me know when my screen is visible to you. Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible, but
Okay,
It's loading. Hold on.
loading is on.
Yeah,
Yes.
yep, it is visible now.
it's visible. Wait a second. Let me, yeah, this way it won't interrupt my connection. So, okay, good afternoon, everyone. Let me start with a very simple thought. We all go to the salons, right? But how often do we walk out of feeling completely satisfied with the salon and their services? Not just with the service, but with the experience, the pricing, and the honesty of the staff as well. That's exactly where Infiniti Salon begins its journey. Infiniti Salon isn't just another salon chain. It was built on a very clear belief that beauty services should feel trustworthy, consistent, and experience driven, not just a pushy or a sales heavy kind of a business. Founded by Ashish Agarwal, the idea was simple. Why can't premium salons be transparent, ethical, and still scalable? And today, that idea has grown into a brand that people trust, come back to, and always make the recommendation to their friends and family as well. Now, let me take you a little deeper into that, who we are, what we are about to do. Infiniti Salon was created to fix a problem most of us don't even realize that we have accepted, which is unclear pricing, inconsistent service, and the staff dependency. So instead of building a personality-driven salon, we built a system-driven brand. Every outlet follows the same standards. Every outlet follows the same services, follows the same process, and every customer gets the same kind of experience, doesn't matter whichever center you go to. Because at the end of the day, we are not just building a salon, we are building a relationship that bring customers back again and again. Our vision, now the vision is bold and very clear, to become one of India's most trusted and scalable salon brands, not just big but respected. And how do we get there? By delivering international quality services while still keeping the things personal, transparent, and consistent. In short, no matter which Infiniti salon you walk into, you should feel like, yes, this is the exact same places which my friend or my family member recommended me and which I used to feel when I was at the other center of the Indian subcontinent. Now, behind every strong brand, there is a strong mindset. And Ashish Agarwal isn't just from the salon industry. He comes with an experience across IT, real estate, manufacturing, etc., which means that he looks at salon not just creatively, but as structured, scalable business. His belief is simple. Salon don't have to be chaotic or people dependent. They can run on systems, they can run on process, and they can always maintain the discipline. And that's exactly what he has built, a model that balances creativity with consistency. Now, speaking of models, we already have 3 successful running models in Raipur. Today, Infiniti Salon has already established its footprint. And what's more important here is not just where we are, but the fact that every location delivers a uniform experience. The fact that we have been running 3 models in one city itself gives us the impression, gives us the proof that our model is totally scalable and the people are loving it. Now, let's talk about how the business actually makes money, because this is where the things get interesting, isn't it? Infiniti Salon isn't dependent on just one revenue stream. We have daily grooming services, which is steady and predictable income. We have premium services for like bridal makeups and occasional makeups, which has the higher margins. Then we have retail products, which add up to our additional upsells. And then finally, we also have packages and membership, which is completely rare and is only found in the premium salon. It also gives us the experience that you are actually become the part of something big. This is a future revenue locked in, which we are about to launch. So it's not just a salon, it's a very well-balanced business model that drives both volume and profitability. Speaking of profitability and our disciplined service, every salon is judged with how many kinds of services it is providing so that our customer do not need or feel the need to go to different salons for different kinds of treatment. So from everyday grooming to premium beauty services, Infiniti Salon covers the entire spectrum, whether it is facials, faciology, bleach and tan, waxing, body spa, and all of this is completely gender neutral, which means that all gender, we have the places for all of our genders, whether they want the aesthetic makeup, they want the nail art, they want the kerastitial ritual. Everything is being provided at our salon. We are not just operating a salon here, ladies and gentlemen. We are actually operating an entire ecosystem of a wellness clinic. Now, these kind of wellness clinic actually requires not only very good professionals, but also the technology and the equipments to run it. And Infiniti Salon understand this requirement, and we are not far behind in when it comes to use of the equipment. So consistency doesn't just come from the people, it comes from the infrastructure. And keeping that in mind, that's why every outlet is equipped with a professional grade equipment, standardized setups, and modern settings. Core style grooming, we have skin bar and wellness, we have beauty stations, we have nail and beauty enhancement stations, we have hair and chemical treatment systems, and we also have the technology of POS system through which we are actually connected to all of our franchisee and understand that what is going there on the real time. So whether it is a haircut or a skin treatment, the quality remains controlled, reliable, and totally trustworthy. Now, once you have known that who we are, what we do, now let's talk about what we are here for you. So now comes Infiniti Salon is now ready to expand through the franchising business, but not just random expansion, a planned structured rollout into a high potential market. So before we move out, let me tell you that what kind of franchising model we are following. So when it comes to franchising, clarity is everything. who is going to invest, who is going to operate, who is going to control everything. So we are following the 4-4 model, which means the franchisee owned and franchisee operated model, which means that our investor is going to have a lot of control over their centers. Investment is going to be their part, ownership, operations, and revenue generation, and expenses all are going to be the responsibility of you. Whereas the profit is going to be completely of you. We are not going to take anything except for what our margin says that we have, and all the legal and financial control technology that we are going to keep in our hand. So you are not alone. You are backed by a proven system. And following this scalable franchising model, it makes sure that you are actually have your hands completely open so that you can operate accordingly to your geographical situation and awareness of your network. What we are actually proposing is pretty scalable. Our carpet area is what, with an investment of around 83 lakhs, you are entering a premium system-driven salon business. The model offers a 16% IRR. Payback is about 42 months, and the agreement period is standard, which is the 5 years of period. Now, this kind of proposal, which Digish is going to talk about in a detail in a bit after I complete, is something which is very scalable and is not being offered by any other franchising model of any other branded salon at this moment in India. So it is not only scalable, but it is also a very safety and risk proof. And I think that is one of the most primary reasons that why any investor should invest in this kind of franchising model. Our requirement is very simple, that you need to have a store size of 1500 foot with a frontage of 20 to 40 feet. Beam height is completely standard, and you should be ready with your PAN number, your TAN number, your GST registration, and all kinds of trade and shop licenses, which is completely very important protocol for any franchisee to get itself open and operate. Now, where we are actually looking to expand, which geographies, what kind of people that we are looking into, because we are not going to target any place or any kind of investor who are going to come from any place in India. So we are being very specific in our geographic expansion. Since we are already established in Chhattisgarh, we are going to expand in the neighboring state first, which is Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, and Odisha. We are basically targeting the tier 2 cities of these states because there we have found most of the penetration opportunity and for the most of the customer pull. So this is where we are going to start and scale our franchising business. And once we have got enough foothold in these areas, naturally we are going to move into the India on across its geographies and regions. Now, so who we are actually looking for? So who is this opportunity really for? Not just investors, but by people who want to build something meaningful, someone who thinks long term, someone who understands business, someone who values customer experience and wants to grow with the brand. See, our industry, the Infiniti Salon, is completely dependent upon the satisfaction of our customers. And if our customers are not satisfied, we are not going to bring any kind of business. And in order to get our customer the full satisfaction, it is very imperative that our staff, our owner completely becomes helpful for them. They should not have any kind of bad experience in any matter of time. And it just not only talk about what kind of services we are offering, but what kind of environment we are offering. So we have to make sure that we are not only providing the best services, but you are also providing the best environment for our customers where they are not feeling that they have just come to get their haircut, but to get a very good experience and a very good memorable experience so that they can share it to their family and friends. So if you are passionate about customer services, if you are passionate about how you want to make your customer happy, if you are curious, and if you are ambitious enough to spend in a long-term game, we are happy to take you in. But why you should be joining us? So if I had to summarize why Infiniti stands out, I would say this: it's a proven model. It's in a growing industry. Infiniti Salon has very big opportunity assessment in the Indian market. It has a multiple revenue stream. That means you already have a safety net. So no matter if one of your revenue stream goes down due to any seasonal or any other kind of reason, you would always going to get your return back. And it also have a very strong system support and a proven model from already 3 models in Raipur, which gives us that we are actually very serious about what our business do. and we are completely willing to evolve around the business. So if you have any suggestions, you can also put it to us, and we can actually put it onto the table and discuss it. So we are not going to let you hang out in a tribe once you have taken our franchisee, but we are going to provide you all kinds of support which a franchisee can expect from its brand. So if from location selection to store launch, from staff training to marketing, everything is going to be supported by us. If you are facing any kind of difficulty in any kind of process, we are there for you. If you are facing any kind of difficulty with the market, complete market change and shift, we are going to provide you all the insights. If any one of your customer complains about your services, we are going to come in front of you and resolve the issues. So we are going to always be there, because we know that if our franchisee gets hurt, if our franchisee takes a hit, we takes a hit. Our entire franchising network works like a single body, a single machine. If any of its component gets not oil well enough, the entire machine is not going to give you a very good output. Even after post opening, we are going to provide you the technology and inventory management systems. We are going to provide you the supply chain management systems. So you don't have to worry about if you run out of any of our products. We are always going to make sure that your inventory is full, your shelf life is completely full, and no customer has to go back just because you do not have the particular service or the product for them, what they were looking for. Now, if you have already liked up our franchisee and our business, there is a due diligence process that you have to go through. The first is the initial application form, where you are going to fill up your all the personal details and background details, which is very general and very open. Then we are going to sign an NDA form, which means that you cannot disclose our franchising model or our financials to any other company or to any other market competitors. Once we have done that, then we are going to move ahead into our due diligence process, which is called the letter of intent signing. This is where the franchisee India is going to take its cut. You're going to get your cut, and the franchisee brand is already going to almost seal the deal, followed by the legal agreement where the formal sign-offs is going to happen. The ownership is going to be transferred, and that's it. You are going to open the franchising now. So now, before I conclude my remarks, I would like you to tell you that why you should be choosing the Infiniti Salon. Look, we have two kinds of salon in India. They are either very locally managed, or they are completely premium brands like Lakme Salon and Naturals and so on. So where does the Infiniti sits? Now, with the very local brands, we have the problem that they do not provide a very good services, and they use a very cheap products, which is sometimes even dangerous. And none of our customers are actually left with the clarity that what they actually want. They could not get all kinds of things at one places. But when you go to the premium salons, they are pretty expensive, and they do not actually provide all kinds of services which one might need to get themselves into a very grooming shape. I mean, Lakme do not have this kind of services that we are offering. They do not actually match all of our services. We have a very big range of services that we are offering. So Infiniti Salon is actually sitting in the middle of both of these two. And all of this is going to be provided at a very low investment rate, which is nothing short of a miracle that the Digish has done. So I think that when you choose the Infiniti Salon, you can be assured that you are actually becoming a part of future India's salon industry. So thank you so much all for listening to me. And if you have any questions, please put it on the chat, and we are going to address them one by one. Both Ashish Agarwal and Digesh is here to address them as well. So Bharat, over to you.
Right. Thank you so much, Azam, for taking us through the entire presentation. Hope this has given you a lot of the idea of what this industry and how the opportunity is. From my end, also I would like to give you a little bit idea. From my end, I would also like to add a bit like how we see this particular industry growth in India. First, if you look into the salon industry in India, it is growing very fast. Everyone is very much aware about this. This is a category this is one of the most sustainable category, and very, one of the fastest to one of the fastest growth. But the real growth is not happening in metros anymore. It is happening in tier 2 cities. Now if we specifically look into the areas where this brand is trying to expand, which is like Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and Madhya Pradesh. These are very strong emerging market. Cities like Raipur, Bhubaneswar, Indore, Bhopal. People here are earning more. Their lifestyle is improving, and they are becoming more conscious about the grooming, and their appearance. But the problem is that the market is still largely unorganized. Most of the salon are local players. There are no consistency, no standard pricing, no proper customer experience. So the customers are ready to spend, but they don't have any reliable premium option. And that is where the Infiniti Salon fits in. It offers a premium experience, but it is at an accessible price, which is perfect for these cities. Another big advantage is that the cost factor. Compared to metro cities, the rental is lower, the staff cost is lower, competition is less, but the customer spending is still strong. And so, from an investor point of view, margin becomes better, and break even can even happen, faster. And also, this is a repeat kind of business, right? Customers come every month for haircut, the grooming, the treatments, and the membership and the packages. You can predict, through the membership and the packages, you can get a predictable monthly revenue. Plus, Infinity Salon already has a presence in the Raipur, so the brand understands this region well, and that makes expansion into nearby cities much easier through a cluster approach. So, if we summarize it, like, I mean, these are the states which offers a perfect mixture of high demand, low organized competitors, strong profit potential, and all these actually make it a very attractive opportunity, a good brand, which can scale quickly. So, I mean, considering all these opportunities, in case if you look into this brand, this is indeed a great opportunity. If you would like to get in touch with us to know more about the brand, the business, I understand that just 30 odd minutes is not good enough to give you all clarity on all the aspects of the business. So we would rather like to, we would rather like to go for a deep dive discussion where we will discuss everything, every aspects of the business. And for that, you can get in touch with us on the number. I'm just sharing it in the Q&A box, on the chat box. That is 9717 683838. So this is the number which you can connect. Hold on, I'm just putting it in the Q&A box, in the chat box. Yeah. So I have just pasted this number in the chat box. You can note it down, 9717683838, or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. So these are the number where you can get in touch with us, and we will arrange a call with the founder, Mr. Ashish Agarwal, and that is how we will move ahead. At the same point of time, now we are absolutely open for questions. In case if you would like to ask any question, you have chat option or you have Q&A. You can put all your queries into that, and we will get back to you with the answer right now. Meanwhile, I would also like to, ask a few questions to the founder. Ashish sir, I mean, how you look at this opportunity, as we already have discussed, like the way this industry is growing. What is your experience so far, and what value proposition you have as compared to the existing, if any brand is there in the market? How you find yourself better than them in terms of service or the price point?
See, I'll tell you, this salon industry, as I told you, is mostly unorganized. There are 80% of unorganized players in the market who are operating salon and beauty industry. We are just 15 to 20% who are branded or have some systems or procedures in place where training takes place. It's very rare, and I've seen. And even then, this industry is growing in India with 14% IRR. Every year, the growth rate is 14%. So there's a lot of opportunity in this segment as a whole. And when it comes to Infinity Salon, talking about our brand, as Azam also told, you also mentioned, and I also mentioned, we are very system driven. We are system driven. Everything, our every procedure, our every service, our every in salon procedures like inventory management, billing, staff hiring, staff training, salaries, everything is system driven and procedure oriented. So it becomes very easy to scale and very easy to manage things. So, like we are running three salons now in Raipur, so it becomes very easy for us to replicate the same thing into a new to our new partners in place. Just we have to scan the city, we have to see how things are there in that city, and then we can very easily replicate our existing model in that city and with our help of our our franchisee partners, and we can start going.
And also, sir, there will always be, of course, a kind of question where, usually we get a questions like the total investment is almost like 80 to 85%. In realistic way, how much monthly net profit I can expect based on your experience so far running
See,
multiple stores?
most of our clients come on a referral basis, like you visit and you refer to your friends and family, right? So it take time. Initial first year, it's going to be little slow, and year on year, it's going to increase like a good rate. So if you talk about returns, initially it will be a little low. From second, third year, it's going to be medium, and then from the fourth, fifth year, you can expect good returns, and then it goes like a snowball and it goes on increasing. Then it has a capacity because it's a limited space thing. We have a fixed number of staffs, so obviously we can serve n number of clients. So year on year, starting from day one, year one, the growth will increase.
And how much is the the average billing? Maybe like all put together. Maybe if you can differentiate between the men and the women.
What we have seen across three centers, the oldest one is having around 2800 rupees per customer. The second one, which is 5 years old, 4 years old, is around 2500 rupees per customer, and the newest one is 2200 rupees per customer. The average billing per customer is 2200 for the newest salon, which is 1 year old now.
Okay, and and how much is the ticket size? Like the 2500 is the 25 to 2800 is the average ticket size, right?
2800 is the ticket size of the customers. Yeah.
Mhm. So, whatever revenue you generate, which is the major contributor, in terms of service?
See,
And how much also you get from
depends.
packages and the membership?
See, it's all depends on the demography of the city and the place where in the city that we are opening. In our three stores, it's all a different story. Some places the hair services are great. At some places the skin services are great. At one place the membership sale is very very high. People tend to take membership so they can get discounts, and we get repeat customers. At other place the membership sale is little lower than compared to the oldest one, so it depends on the demography of the city, but yes, 20 to 25% is the membership sale we can expect on an average. And if you talk about bifurcation between the services and the retail home care, it's again 15 to 20% is the home care sales, and 80 to 85% is the service sales. Then there is bifurcations like hair services. In hair also there are basic like haircuts, treatments, hair spas. So there are different services and different price ranges in hair. Same goes with skin, nails, makeup. Makeup is little seasonal thing. Wherein marriage seasons we have a high number of makeups done. In festive seasons, the makeup again increases in like in Navratri, Diwali, Rakhi, Holi. Certain things like it's festive driven, but otherwise hair, skin, nails are all equal throughout the year. Obviously, festive seasons give a boost, but overall, these are the regular services like haircuts, hair spas, facials, pedicure, manicure, nail art, which customer tends to come repeat on repeat monthly basis.
And जैसे अगर मैं बात करूं इंदौर रायपुर और द भुवनेश्वर what kind of location you is your preference? What do you think based on your experience what kind of location work better than all?
So what we have worked till date is we don't look for fully commercial locations like malls or high streets. We look for locations wherein there is residential area as well as commercial. So semi-residential, semi-commercial area suits best for our client base because client when they come to salon they come don't come decked up. They come in their home clothes because they feel that it's tend to get very they want some very close by to their residence in a residential area and very if you come to a mall in places like Raipur and or Bhopal people when they come to mall they come decked up they get ready and go to mall so when they go ready they don't turn up to salons. So in semi-commercial, semi-residential areas as the best possible locations we tend to select for our salons.
And how is your pricing for like let's say example haircut or shaving how much you charge just to understand your the
For basic haircut of males, it's 400 to 500 rupees. Shaving is around 200 to 50 rupees. Female haircut depends from 700 to 1000 rupees.
So,
Facial
in tier
facial
two cities, as you said, where you want to grow, I mean, these premium prices are acceptable.
Yes, the kind of services we are offering, the type of infrastructure we are providing, the atmosphere, the staff, the products, the brands that we use, these prices are very reasonable. You can compare actually to the top-notch salons in tier one cities like Delhi and Bombay. If you name few top salons, you can compare the brands with them. So we are bringing those brands to tier two cities with very reasonable prices.
Okay, and in terms of your partner, what would be your preferences? Someone already have prior experience in the salon industry, or maybe fresher can also. What is your preferences? What sort
See,
of partner?
fresher, when experience comes, it's always add on. But even a fresher is welcome because just that he or she should have the capacity, first of all, to enter into a service-driven industry wherein they should have a liking to serve to their clients because it's very service-oriented thing, industry. So there are a lot of client interactions happening in the salons. So they should tend to intend to uh, get interacted with the clients, offer services, should be very welcoming, should have the tendency to interact with clients because it's very personal thing when a client comes and talk to the manager or the owner they tend to bond more and then the repeat rate increases. So personalization is very important in these industries in tier 2 cities. So freshers are also welcome but they should have the mindset of working in the service industry because it's very personalized service.
True. And how much is your customer retention? What is the repeat rate?
So month on month, if we see, it's 75 to 80% is the repeat rate, and 20 to 25 are the new customers. Month on month.
Okay, and of course, I mean, these kind of businesses need a lot of marketing in the beginning, right? So what kind of strategy you have to help your investor to generate the awareness about your brand in that particular location or the city?
See, we opt for multiple approaches. So first of all, it's digital India now. So we tend to go for social media outburst. We launch on social media's different platforms. We use Google, we use Meta, we use Just Dial. We use all these marketing platforms to launch our brand way before the launch. And also we look for the societies and the residential areas nearby to do a physical marketing of our salons.
Right, great. So probably we have asked almost all the questions that genuinely we get it from the investor side, right? And I really appreciate sir for answering all the questions that whatever we asked. It is indeed a great opportunity. I think we already have talked about this multiple times that this is one of the most sustainable business category which run for ages. So in case if you really want to go for this brand and to occupy to cater to your particular area or the city, I think it is indeed a great opportunity. It has a longer period of you can run this business for a longer period of time, right? So in case if you would like to get in touch with us, you please call us the number which I have shared in the chat box. 9717683838, and we will arrange your call with Ashish sir, and we'll get in do the due diligence. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. See you tomorrow once again with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. But before we end, we would really like Ashish sir to end this webinar with your closing remarks.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us. And we are very grateful to have you all on this platform wherein we have launched Infiniti Salon into the franchisee India market. And we look forward for more queries, more investors getting interested in our brand. And that's all. Yeah.
Right. Thanks so much, sir. All right. So everyone, thank you so much for giving us time. So see you tomorrow.